what is known as an energy grid or grids. These are force lines of energy. Some people call them ley lines, some people call them dragon lines in China, meridians, whatever. Where these lines of force cross, you create a vortex. Where many of these lines cross, you create a colossal vortex. And therefore you have enormous energy which you can use to create and do various things. This guy was an Englishman in a place called Herefordshire, and one day he was on his horse at the top of a hillside, and he suddenly looked down into the valley and saw these lines in a sort of psychic way all over the place, straight lines, and they connected the sacred wells, the sacred places of worship, the points where the churches were built, the hillsides, etc. And this now, as we have moved on, has been confirmed by the scientific world, those with an open mind anyway, that this grid system actually exists like a web around the world. Now, where these ley lines cross, in their most powerful way, where most of them cross, just happens to correspond with where the ancients had their most sacred ceremonies and their most sacred places. Stonehenge and places like that were built on them. So where the lines come in and the vortex is created, that is where they built the Stonehenges. The Aveburys, another stone circle and energy complex in Britain. That's where they built all over the world their temples to access this energy.
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's authority is in two spheres: creation and legislation. Allah creates what He wants, true? Allah legislates what He wants. Therefore Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the world of creation, He is point A for Allah. He uses point X to reach the human point Y, true? Allah uses in creation point X to reach point Y. Let me give you an example. Allah created the fly. Why? That the Quran says, oh you who believe, an example is given to you, the creation of the fly. Can you create a fly? Never. Can you even catch one? Never. The idea is Allah uses a fly. Understand the point so you know what wasila is. Allah uses point X to reach us point Y. He created the fly so that us at point Y can reflect back on His creation to reach Him. Why did Allah create the sun? Why? Imam al-Sadiq, when someone tells him, show me God, he says, look at the sun. The person looks, he sees the rays of light are in front of him. He says to him, I cannot look at the sun, it is blinding me. Imam says, if you can't see the created, how do you expect to see the creator? The idea was what? The idea was, what I have created is a wasila which I am using, so my creation uses it to get back to me. I, Allah, am point A. I use point X, my creation. How many times in the Quran do you see Allah says, reflect on the mountains, reflect on the sun, reflect on the moon, reflect on the rivers, reflect on the camels. Why? Because in His system of creation, Allah uses a point to reach us. He expects us to use it to get back. That's in creation. How about in Sharia?
It was nothing. It's in Philadelphia. That's where they are, the ones who did it. It's 12 monkeys. Is that a radio? Jake, turn it.
This is a personal message to you. Are you at the end of your rope? Are you dying to get away? The Florida Keys are waiting for you. Ocean waves.
I've never seen the ocean.
It's an advertisement, Mr. Cole.
What?
It's an advertisement. You do understand that, don't you? It's not really a special message to you.
Mr. Cole. He used to call me James.
You prefer that? James, you don't really have a gun.
Can you turn this up? Can you make this louder? I love the music of the 20th century. Love to breathe this air. Oh.